Christmas to you.
Oh, and to you, sir, I'm sure.
Oh, it's cold as the devil in here. You might as well be working out of doors. Why don't you put some more coal on that meager little fire?
Oh, yes, sir.
Do I pay you a decent wage, Mr. Cratchit, to sit around and engage in idle chit-chat?
No, sir. I'm sure I am very sorry, sir.
God save you, Uncle. Merry Christmas.
Humbug.
Christmas? A humbug? We don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Merry Christmas. What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Come then, Uncle. What right have you to be so dismal? You're rich enough.
Ah, humbug.
Don't be cross, Uncle.
Well, what else can I be? When I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas. What's Christmas time to you? Huh? A time for paying bills without money.
Welcome back to Midday. We're down at the Sagebrush Theatre this afternoon, where A Christmas Carol is now underway. It's playing now through December 12th. And we have joining us today Michael Spencer Davis. He is Ebenezer Scrooge, and I just watched a little part of the play, and you seem kind of scary to me.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that's the idea.
Yes. Tell me a little bit about the fact that this is your first go with Western Canada Theatre. This is your first role in a play with Western Canada Theatre. How's it going?
It's going great. It's a fantastic theatre company. It's a great place to work. A great old friend of mine, James McDonald, is the new artistic director here. And this summer, he asked me to come out and play Ebenezer Scrooge, and I was thrilled to come do it. And I'm loving it. I haven't had a chance to see much of Kamloops yet, because we've been rehearsing. But the view is stunning. And I walk to the theatre every day, and I just love it.
This is a classic. You know, there's not many people who haven't seen this, but people will come out time and again to watch this production because it is well loved. What is your favorite part about this?
My favorite part is the Reformation, is when he comes to life. My favorite bit is when he sees the boy and says, what an intelligent boy. He's a remarkable boy. When he sees the boy who he invites to go buy the turkey for the Cratchits. So that's one of my favorite bits. And I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Alistair Sim movie as well. And I'm a big fan of the Marley scenes, when Marley shows up and warns him to change his life and that he's going to be visited by three spirits. That's probably, I would call that one of my favorites.
The little boy that goes to buy the turkey, what is his name in the production?
Quentin, but I don't know Quentin's last name.
It's Clark. He is my second cousin. That's why I'm asking you.
Fantastic.
Yes, small world.
He's great.
Yes. I'm glad to hear he's in this production. I know he's having a really good time rehearsing. But tell me a little bit more about this. I know that James McDonald, the artistic director, chose this because of the power of redemption and just the bringing out the feeling of friends and family and the importance of that at this time of the year. What is the feeling that you want the audience to leave with once they watch this?
Well, pretty much what you just said. I mean, that feeling of Christmas, a feeling of that you all have everyone has a chance to change their lives. We all have aspects of our lives that we aren't particularly proud of, that we wish we could behave a little kinder and a little nicer to people. And I think which is the great draw of this story. And I would hope that people leave a little warmer in their hearts and to venture off into their lives with that Christmas spirit, hopefully going through the rest of the year.
I understand that you want to portray Ebenezer Scrooge as really the most unsavory man imaginable.
Yes. So
that people come around, and once he has his waking up, he is twice as likable as he would be anyway.
Yes, exactly. And that's one of the challenges of the play. There's very short scenes at the beginning where we actually see him being quite nasty, and he has lots of reasons to be nasty. He's had a very lonely childhood. His one and only friend, his best friend, was his sister, Fanny, who died in childbirth, probably at a very, very young age, probably in her early 20s. His father was very, very cruel to him. His wife left him, on her part, very good reasons, but for him, it comes out of the blue. He wasn't expecting it at all. And so it's one really has to tap into all of those aspects of his life to reflect a very lonely, bitter, angry man. So that's a great challenge. But I think it's important that we don't like him at the beginning, so that when he does finally see the light, as it were, it's that much more special.
Well, I don't like him at the beginning, but you seem to be a very nice man.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Let's talk a bit about your history and what you do on stage. This is your first go at WCT, but you have been doing a lot of this type of work over the course of the years. Let's talk about what else have you done?
Well, this is my 31st year as a professional actor. I started out in Edmonton, and I lived in Edmonton for about roughly 10 years and worked a lot with James there as well, in a lot of theaters and doing a lot of new work, a lot of new plays. And then we moved to Toronto and worked in Toronto, again in new plays and some classical, and I worked across the country after I started sort of basing myself in Toronto. And now we live in Stratford for the last 10 years. And I've been lucky enough to work at the Stratford Festival and have done quite a few Shakespeare's and classical plays, one of which was with James when he directed Julius Caesar there. And so, yeah, I get to, and I'm primarily a stage actor. I've been on stage pretty much most of those times. I've had little bits of TV and film here and there. I was a regular on a TV series a long time ago, and just little bits and bobs, Murdoch Mysteries and things like that.
Okay.
But primarily a stage actor.
Fantastic. Do you feel ready to go? Things are starting up right away here.
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think we're ready to go. We've got, it's a very big production, and we're just smoothing out all the technical things and bumps that come along with it. But, oh, yeah, we'll be ready for Saturday night.
Fantastic. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Oh, thank you.
Break a leg.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I'm sure it's going to go very well.
Thank you.
We are at the Sagebrush Theatre. Again, this production is running now through until December 12th. You can get your tickets at kamloopslive.ca. We'll be back with more Midday in about 2 minutes. Stay with us.
What are you doing here? You wish to borrow money, I suppose. Well, you'll get nothing from me.
I seek nothing but to wish you a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine.
You don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone, then. What good may it do you? What good has it ever done you?
But there are many things from which I might have derived good, by which I have not profited, I dare say, Christmas among the rest. But I've always thought of Christmas time as a good time. A kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. The only time I know of in the long calendar of the year when men and women seem by one consent to open their shut-up hearts freely and to think of other people as if they really were fellow passengers to the grave, and not another race of creatures bound on separate journeys. And therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good, and it will do me good, and I say God bless it!
Let me hear another cachinnation from you, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation. You're quite a powerful speaker, sir. I wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
Dine with you? Why, first I'd see you in...
But, Uncle, why?
Why did you marry against my wishes?
Because I fell in love.
Fell in love? The woman is penniless as yourself.
Uncle, you've never even set eyes upon my dear Lucy.
Good riddance.
Nay, you never came to see me before I was married. How can you use it as an excuse for not coming now?
Good afternoon.
I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why cannot we be friends?
You dare ask me that? You, who were... Good afternoon.
I am sorry, with all my heart, to find you so resolute. We have never had any quarrel to which I have been a party. But I've made my visit an homage to Christmas, and I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Humbug!
And a Happy New Year.
Bah!
Good afternoon, Mr. Cratchit. And a Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thank you, sir, I'm sure. And to you and your wife, Merry Christmas.